Mike Learn. I'm with Mike Learn Airbrush and Design out of Boulder, Colorado. I work as a subcontractor and a painter for Charvel Jackson. And we're here at NAMM this winter at Anaheim. And I'm going to talk about the 7 Deadly Sins series that I did for these guys this year. Basically what I had was Dante's theory on 7 Deadly Sins, and I went right down the pecking order, and looking in the mirror, I kind of realized I was guilty of each and every one of them at some point in time in my life. And so I had total creative freedom with the visual and the images that I used, not to be censored in any sort of way, but I approached it from a very perverse, kind of rude, view on the actual interpretation, my own interpretation of the sins, and strongly influenced by the hard rock and music that I listened to for the month that it took me to paint these guitars. It was a lot of fun. It was very abstract, trying to figure out what to do on each and every one, and having the very strong impact that each and every one of them required. I just didn't want to blow through one and think that one wasn't as important as the other. Each one of them deserved the attention that they got. Right here we have gluttony, and I wanted to approach this as just a visceral eating machine, a non-stop, relentless, nothing but digestion, and threw in a little heartburn here and there. But it's just a gigantic character based on the idea that just relentless, non-stop eating, devouring. Using the word devour always came to mind, and that's what I wanted to do. And I created this with the monster itself, the devouring monster, which is nothing more than intestines and mouth. So that's pretty much where I went with that one. And here we have greed, which is very simple to understand. We have the evil piggy banks, and the character himself in the dark side of the greed that controls his life. Money being and greed and wealth are the only thing that matter, and behind the face of this person, in reality, he has this great sin that burdens him. And the backside is just pretty much the dollar bills throughout the whole thing floating. Sloth, is just someone who's just very lazy, somebody who feels very content to be in a very small area, to have everything he needs to exist, and not necessarily needing or wanting anything more than that. And on the back he has all the conveniences of home, sitting on the toilet, eating his food, drinking his drinks, and watching porno all at the same time. So, I mean, if that isn't lazy, I don't know what is. Wrath, I wanted a very wicked character. I wanted to present somebody who had no disregard to who he was dealing with, who he was talking to, what he was doing. And I had him just totally annihilating somebody's head, at the same time flipping him off, giving him the finger. I used a lot of the color structure to help interact with the tension and the tone of the instrument. And on the back, I used a coin phrase, "Hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn." And what we have here is a very angry lady who managed to decapitate her husband for whatever sins he committed on his own. Pride. Pride was represented in this image by the only achievement that this person here committed in life, or has obtained, but yet at the same time is overlooking the real value of life. And this is the only thing that illuminates herself in the mirror as she looks at herself, is this achievement, this ward. And on the other side is the dark side that nobody sees, that really lives within her. And on the back, what says pride more than a father and son who maybe in their own misguided and quirky ways, or their kind of, strange looks, they care less about how it is, but they have that bond between each other. Envy is based on the idea of a man who has complete power, but yet is somewhat disfigured, and yet is able to obtain the adornment of such a beautiful woman, and to only be envied by the people behind him or underneath him, looking around and judging him, wanting what he has in life. And on the back, we have that same guy sitting at the bar trying to drown his sorrows, and just kind of relentless of his own pain that he feels when he looks at the power and the success of the king. We have a little naked lady in the bottle there. If you look carefully on all of them, there's there's a little bit of topless action. Lust was the first one that I did. Lust was pretty simple. I wanted to make it ambiguous as to what the person was, who she was, what she did in life, and then the death that was wanting to pursue her and reach and trying to grasp the animate object that she is. And then we just have the broken hearts in typical tattoo fashion throughout the back of the guitar. So there are my thoughts and my views on how I approached such an abstract project, and it was a real pleasure, and very happy to have a very happy owner to share the thoughts with.